went for the hug, but they just put makeup on my arms, and I didn't want to ruin your outfit.
No, I probably need a little bit, too.
Okay, a little bit. Yeah, well, it is. I'm not this color. So, well, last time we saw each other, we actually met at a football game. It was the Giants versus Cowboys here. It was the first football game I'd ever gone to here in New York.
Is that right?
And we annihilated the Giants.
We annihilated. I think it was like a record-breaking spread. Yeah. It felt good to be a Cowboy that day.
It did, but it was also kind of like, I haven't talked to the owner of the suite since because I don't think we're going to be invited back.
I think you...
Yeah, we were bad luck.
We were also in the owner's box wearing Cowboys gear, which is sort of like...
Yeah.
Not a good move, but I don't think we're going to be invited back.
Yeah, it's okay. The whole time I just kept apologizing. He and his wife would come by and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I was like, but like kind of not. Anyway, it was a really good game. But congratulations, you were just inducted into, it's the Austin Film Society's Texas Film Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. Because you're an Austin, Texas kid, so that's so cool. Was it cool for you and your family?
Oh, it was epic. I mean, it's like, I grew up in Austin. I kind of, you know, had the opportunity to cut my teeth in the film and TV in Austin, and you know, my family's there. I have a place there, and yeah, I mean, it's just like I have such a love for Texas. I think anybody that's met me for 5 minutes knows I'm from Texas.
Yeah, I think any of us. Yeah, we're annoying like that. Yeah,
we own it pretty
we're aggressive
hard,
with our love.
I just feel like, you know, just to be in the crew of people that I like admired when I was a kid, like McConaughey or Renee Zellweger or Woody Harrelson. It's like it's pretty epic.
It's a cool crowd.
Yeah, it really is. So.
We raise them good.
Yeah, we do.
I hear we have something else in common. I don't know if this is a Texas thing, but any party I throw has to be themed, or I don't want one. And you throw themed parties.
Yeah, I'm big on the theme parties.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because then otherwise it's just you're hanging out on another day that ends in Y.
What?
Yeah. Like it's like not cool.
No, I feel like a themed party really kind of like equalizes the playing field. I feel like it makes people kind of like come out of their shell. Yeah. You see what they choose in terms of what they wear. I just threw this neon rodeo party at my ranch.
Nice.
Which
Oh exactly.
Yeah. That's the dance floor. That was late night.
Okay.
I had more friends than that there.
I was like, your party was so rock and roll.
I was like, yeah, just me and a cowboy hat. If anyone wants to go.
I'm like, how many people showed up?
I mean, that may be the lamest picture of my party.
It's the saddest party ever. Yeah, our parties are different. Never mind.
Totally. I was like, wow, way to, you know. Eventually, I'll get friends to come to these parties.
Yeah.
But
you'll be cool one day.
But no, I love like I had like a big mechanical bull in there, and everybody dressed up in all this neon stuff, and threw a big dance party in the barn, and yeah, it was epic. I feel like you really get a sense of how people come out of their shell, you know, when you get in those scenarios, and yeah, so I'm gonna keep throwing parties until I can't walk, you know.
It's such a country person thing too, because I have a party barn at my ranch as well. It's like everybody that has it's like, oh, that's our party barn. That's and they're like, why do you call it a barn? What was a barn?
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of defined my family ever since I was a kid. Like we do like themed, like even going to like premieres and stuff. Like at the Texas Film Hall of Fame, I have them all in sweatsuits. Like they are all in matching sweatsuits. So like even my dad, his like normal costume and outfit when he's walking around are basically sweatsuits I've made them wear to like different. I threw a tracksuits and tequila party at one point. Epic theme. I even met Jay-Z and he said that's one of the coolest themes I've ever heard.
I was around Jay-Z once too, and he didn't say I was cool at anything.
That's why I feel like I really earned the compliment.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're taking classes, which I find incredible, because I tried to take classes online, like college courses when I was touring, but working and doing that at the same time is impossible. How are you doing that?
It's really tough. So yeah, I'm really close to graduating from the University of Texas.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So I'm a big Texas.
It's important to you?
What was that?
It's important to get that degree?
Yeah, it's important to me. It's very important to my mom.
Okay.
I feel like it's something, you know, I'm right there on the finish line to graduating. I always feel like when they're like attended University of Texas, I want to be like graduated from University of Texas. Yeah. So I'm like 4 classes to go. 2 I'll finish this spring. Yeah. And then I'll finish 2 in the fall, I hope. And yeah, I'll be a graduate soon. But I've already given a commencement speech and I haven't graduated, so I don't know, whatever.
I know, but you're also in like every movie ever right now, so I don't know how you're balancing that work life, but enjoy that. But that's gotta be like no life at all. But you do something actually similar to Kyle, my bass player. He runs a lot, and so every city we'd tour in, he would disappear and he'd just go run around the whole city, and that's how he got to know the city. And you do that as well when you go to different cities.
Yeah, I always feel like the best way. I mean, I just moved to New York here, so I mean, I'm
you
trying.
You moved here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here in New York.
I thought you were an LA guy.
No, I'm between Austin. I've always had a place in Austin, but I just got a place. I'm out of Hollywood. I'm in New York, so if you see me running around, be nice. Yeah.
Do you have allergies here?
I don't have allergies.
Oh, man. I'm dying.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel like Texas kind of like preps you for the allergy thing.
I never had allergies in Texas.
Is that right?
I should just live there is the thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah,
I know. Enjoy your spring.
No, it's like, God, these sinuses are so empty.
I can't even breathe out of my left nostril right now. That was Look at His new movie, Hitman. It's in theaters May 24th and streaming on Netflix starting June 7th. So this is a huge thing. You co-wrote this.
Yep.
As well as it's based on a real story, which I found incredible.
Yeah.
Like this person existed.
Yeah, this real life guy named Gary Johnson who basically was a psychology professor who found like a talent working for the police department as a undercover hitman in sting operations. So, and instead of like, you know, what normal people do would just put on a generic hitman, he would basically figure out what your fantasy of a hitman would be, and he'd put on a character that sort of matched that energy.
Yeah.
So it's this really crazy story about him meeting this woman who he kind of falls in love with, and he starts dating her as a fake hitman.
It's gotta be a dream role. I feel like this is your audition tape for any role you ever want to play because you play so many different people in it because you're dressing up. As the professor, you're dressing up for each. You're catering to the person.
Yeah.
All those different characters you're playing are insane. The redneck was my favorite, and the guy in orange. I can't remember his name, but he had an accent, and he was with the man that said "kill her."
Yeah.
I don't remember that one, but they're
his name's Dean. We're calling him Tilda Weasley.
Yeah,
he kind of looks like Tilda Swinton as a Weasley from Harry Potter. That's what people
does look like that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool though, like to be able to play a role that you're not stuck in one thing, and you get to kind of play all these different crazy people.
Yeah, I mean, when we were writing it, it obviously feels like a dream as an actor to like play all these different characters. But I think it was like a week or two out where I was like, oh God, I have to play all these people. Like you start having that panic moment where you're like, am I good enough to pull this off?
You are.
It's like, oh, well, thanks.
It was so good. Yeah, I just thought it was like the most incredible thing too to just showcase. I think that's why I like doing this show like with music because we get to do so many different styles of music and it doesn't box you in. And as actors, I feel like having done this for 5 seasons, every actor I speak to, they always get sometimes typecast or they get in the same films and y'all are more talented than that.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's the old Texas phrase, you know, grow your own food.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like there's something about just writing a role for yourself or, you know, putting things together so you kind of never, you know, end up doing that. You know, you kind of always stay excited and fresh.
Yeah, it's so good. So you shot this in New Orleans, and you also did Scream Queens there, right? So you shot there a bunch. What do you love about the city?
I mean, I don't know if you guys have been to New Orleans. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. It's like, it's so hair from New Orleans. New Orleans, yeah. So I shot this show called Scream Queens. Played this character named Chad Radwell back in the day on that show. Some Scream Queens fans. And you know, when people would visit me, we were there for months, so people would visit me all the time. And one of my favorite things is I was a kid, I went on a swamp boat tour to New Orleans, and I just was obsessed with it. So everybody that came to New Orleans, I would bring them on a swamp boat tour. So I'd become friends with this swamp boat captain named Jeremy. Jeremy and I would, you know, that's me and my boy Jeremy. And he, so we'd go on these swamp boat tours, you know, all the time. He'd sometimes let me drive, you know, kind of help run the tour.
That's the thing with like the big fans on the back. That's I've never done that.
Oh, I got to get one. I think this is sort of my new mode of transportation.
At this point,
if New York floods, you're going to see this like come out.
Don't even project that. It's like I'm terrified of things like that. Okay, but anything interesting ever happened on one of them?
Well, Jeremy, I remember Jeremy. I was sitting there up on the top there for a while, and we were sitting there, and I said, you know, New Orleans has one of the highest disappearance rates in the country. Is that because, you know, is that because of the swamps? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, you know, you take someone's teeth out, you shave your head, throw them to gators, there's not gonna be nothing left. And I was like, oh wow. And he goes, and he kind of just looks out. We kind of looked out at the swamp for a bit. He goes, why? Do you need anything? And I go, oh no. I was like, I'm good, man. I was like, I mean, obviously he was kidding, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't. I mean, I'm sure Jeremy's he would be there for me if I needed him. I don't need you. But But
this happened to me and my sister. There was a guy working on our ranch, and it was so funny. He didn't mean to do it, but he sounded like a serial killer, and we had just met him, and we were out on the ranch, like in like there's thousands of acres, and we're like up there, and we found this random house, and he was like, yeah, that'd be the perfect house to like, you know, if you really wanted to get away and you could get away with some. And starts explaining this whole thing, and my sister was like, you're kind of freaking us out, guy. Like right now, it's like, but there's moments. Anyway, those people exist.
yeah.
They're awesome.
Better to have the Jeremys on your side.
Yeah,
you know
I was like, we're just gonna get back in our own ATV and not die. So is it true that there's a Top Gun 3? Maybe we heard that it leaked. I mean, it was like the biggest movie ever. They would be idiots not to do another one.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade, but yeah. I have a feeling there's probably an airplane, a cockpit with my name on it.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, we need a quick break, everybody. Hitman is in theaters May 24th and streaming on Netflix starting June 7th. Plus, you can see Glenn in Twisters, which I'm so excited about.